If you're considering the Porsche Cayenne over this GV80 Coupe, it's simply due to one reason. You're a label whore. Yeah, I said it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and first things first, I apologize for my voice as I'm just getting over a cold. Now that aside, this week I've been behind the wheel of the all-new 2025 Genesis GV80 Coupe, a 104 premium luxury midsize SUV that has easily caught my attention, from its exterior styling to the interior, the comfort, the standard technology. This vehicle should be priced way higher, and it's not. Now do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, because now it's time to get into pricing, real world fuel economy, including potentially how much this vehicle will cost you annually. I'll get into technology, cargo space, towing, competitor comparisons, and so much more. So first, I should clarify. In Canada, for Genesis's no haggle all-in pricing, you can expect to pay $104,000. In the US, you can expect to pay $86,400 before you consider a few options, like the bearing blue paint and the 22-inch wheels my press vehicle has. But what you see is what you get. The LED lights all around, the red stitch interior with a 27-inch OLED driver cluster and blended infotainment system with navigation, and the well-styled sports steering wheel are all standard. There's even more, which I'll get to. Also standard with your 2025 Genesis GV80 Coupe is all-wheel drive and what's under the hood, which is a 3.5-liter twin turbocharged V6 with an 8-speed automatic transmission and supported by a 48-volt electric supercharger. This is producing 409 horsepower with 405 pound-feet of torque, and this is how it looks off the line when in Sport Plus mode. Oh, and I should mention, Sport Plus mode automatically disengages traction control. Sport Plus mode activated. Now, let's go. Woo! Oh yeah! That's amazing! Sport Plus mode is always a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not fun when it comes to fuel economy. So this past week, I was only able to average 15 liters per 100 kilometers, or 15.7 miles per gallon, which is not really good. It's worse than what Genesis advertises, but keep in mind, I have winter tires on and 22-inch wheels. And if I was to remain consistent by averaging those figures, I would spend upwards of $4,800 on premium fuel in Canada, or upwards of $2,800 on premium fuel in the US. But even by spending that amount of money, I would still spend less money on this Genesis than I would on a Porsche Cayenne when applying just one premium package. Switching gears to driver-assisted technology, your GV80 Coupe is equipped with everyone's favorite party trick, hands-free parking. Simply use your key fob to activate the feature, then you'll be able to park your GV80 into or out of tight spots with ease. My personal favorite, video blind spot monitoring, is also standard. When using your left or right turning signal, a video is projected through your driver cluster illustrating what's beside you. Other useful driver assist features like a heads-up display, forward collision warning, adaptive cruise control, blind spot detection, lane keep assist, a great camera system with a rear cross traffic alert, and a reversible rear view mirror are all standard. Your GV80 Coupe will be able to tow up to 6,000 pounds when properly equipped, which is technically less than both the Porsche Cayenne and the BMW X6, but those vehicles don't offer one of my favorite features, which is Smart Trunk. So with the key fob in your pocket, purse, or hand, simply approach the rear of the vehicle, and when the feature is activated, your lift gate will automatically open for you. Now when it comes to cargo space, with the seats up, you receive 858 liters or 30.3 cubic feet of space. With the seats lowered, you receive 1,758 liters or 62.1 cubic feet of space. The GV80 offers more cargo space regardless of seating position over the Cayenne and the X6. Other features include a suede cargo cover, automatic lower and lift power buttons, a 12-volt port, and a tire mobility kit under the floor. So driving the GV80 Coupe is pretty amazing, but regardless of where you're sitting, the comfort is next level. These rear seats are power operated, they're heated and ventilated, and I'm always a fan of side window screens to minimize sun exposure for rear passengers. Leg space is great, especially for passengers sitting on the right side because you can adjust the front seat position from the rear. The storage on both sides is tight, but the connectivity is on point. You receive 2 USB-C ports and 1 traditional 3-prong outlet. So hands down, this GV80 Coupe offers one of the nicest interiors I've ever seen in this price point. I mean, from the leather and the suede throughout, the red stitch, it looks really, really nice. And if you don't like the red stitch, well, there's another white / grayish option that you can select as well. Now, I'm going to walk you through some of my highlights before hitting the road for my final impressions. So first, remote start feature located on your key fob, amazing. And then the panoramic sunroof is standard. It's also power operated. Then both front seats offer Ego motion technology, with the driver's side offering 16-way adjustments and the passenger seat offering 12-way adjustments. Both seats are heated and ventilated. The steering wheel is also power operated and heated. On the left side, you'll find your adaptive cruise control functions, and use the solid dot button to make a shortcut for a specific function like navigation or driver assisted technology, which will then be illustrated on your screen. On the right side, you'll find your voice command, Bluetooth, and a volume ruler for your Bang & Olufsen audio sound system. Your infotainment system connects to Android Auto and Apple CarPlay wirelessly, and as you can see, it offers a variety of icons, so swipe through to familiarize yourself. But here's my first go-to icon, the 3D setup icon. I click on the door liftgate first, and I make sure I activate my smart trunk feature, and then I set the speed and the height of the liftgate. Then I select driver assistance and I activate or deactivate my preferences. You can use the 360 illustration to rotate the vehicle, and then I go inside and I deactivate the heads-up display. Finally, I go back to the home screen and I select mapping, which not only works well, but the graphics and the information are really clear. Moving to the HVAC screen, it's both touch and dial knob competent and self-explanatory. The hidden mobile charge pad, the 12-volt port, and 2 USB-C ports are all standard. On the lower panel between the driver and the passenger seats, you can use select buttons and a dial knob to minimize touch points. And if you're interested, watch my How To Tuesday video about setting up your fingerprint technology feature. And finally, use the smallest knob to select your driving modes and terrain modes. Now, let's hit the road. 2025 Genesis GV80 Coupe final impressions, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. If you're considering the Porsche Cayenne over this GV80 Coupe, it's simply due to one reason. You're a label whore. Yeah, I said it. Okay, maybe I should be a little bit less aggressive and say you're a label snob. You are. Like, this vehicle, like, exceeds my expectations. I mean, first of all, just purchasing is really easy. You don't need like a million packages on it, and you don't need to spend $15,000 on a paint option. The overall drive is really, really good. I think the only thing that should be an option with this vehicle is maybe air suspension, and then it would just knock it out of the park. Because this week, if I'm being honest, and I like to be honest with you guys, with the 22-inch wheels and winter tires, it's been a little bit rough. It's been really rough, and my fuel economy, as I mentioned previously, hasn't been really, really good. And that 15 liters per 100 kilometers or 15.7 miles per gallon is combining, you know, sitting in traffic, driving on urban streets, and cruising on the highway too. So, I mean, that aside, it's a well-balanced vehicle, but if you try to have a spirited drive, remember, when you activate that Sport Plus mode, it deactivates traction control, and it can get a little squirrely. I know how to manage that. Being a racer for over 25 years, I'm a really competent driver. But with a spirited drive, you're gonna feel that body roll, okay? So you can expect that. My only complaint is visibility. It's great out the front and the sides, but you do have a huge blind spot by that C-pillar, so take advantage of your blind spot detection or video blind spot monitoring, the best driver assist technology feature in the industry. My other complaint is noise cabin quality can be better. When you are cruising on the highway, you feel, or sorry, you hear a lot of that wind noise. But again, 22-inch wheels, winter tires doesn't really help. But guys, if you're looking for more information, look down in the description below. I try to make your purchasing experience easier for you, and while you're down there, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.